Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. The name is Lesidiane, the name you never knew, but now you need to know. So, welcome once again to another episode of The Tea or Coffee Zede with I, President Lesidiane. Guys, when I say President Lesidiane, please note that I am manifesting something called manifestation. You know, the vibes. Cool. So, you guys know that I did say that every episode I'm gonna bring coffee, and because it's the tea or coffee today. So, this episode I have a little coffee. I have coffee. Then I have gingerbread biscuits. Don't know if you guys can see them, but yeah. I'm just gonna put them there for now. So today's topic is something that's been irritating me. You know, like something that when I think of it, it makes my blood boil, you know? So I'm gonna be addressing it because that's what I'm here to do. Just address things that I feel passionately about and things that I feel that I need to educate and be educated on, you know. So what we are going to do now is we are going to get into the video. Cheers. So as you guys can see by the title, today's topic for the tea or coffee zede is reverse racism does not exist. In simple man's terms, black people cannot be racist. Now, I know some people, someone is there, they're whiling now, they're like, what do you mean? Hey, what do you mean black people can't be racist? I'm going to break it down for you. Let me just get some coffee. This coffee burnt my tongue, by the way. What I mean by black people cannot be racist, it's very simple. It's very simple. I'm going to break it down, right? There's two things that I want to define, right? Firstly, I'm not going to define racism now, actually. I'm going to define it later. Firstly, when I say something like, I don't like white people, that can't be racist. It can be prejudice, though. What prejudice is, you guys see, I even came through with the notes, right? Research, honey, research. So that people on the TL don't say I'm speaking nonsense. So, what is prejudice? It is a positive or a negative evaluation of another person based on their perceived group membership. So by group membership, we'll just simply say race, right? Because that's what the main focus is. But obviously it could be anything like gender, disability, whatever. But for today's sake, we'll just say race. Positive or negative evaluation, right? That's what prejudice is. So me saying all white people look like that, right? That would be me being prejudiced because it's an evaluation of the entire group and not just that individual. Cool. So first things first, racism is socio-economic, meaning racism is something that is institutionalized. It is the system. That is what racism is. That's where oppression comes into play because of racism. Racism wasn't just a white person saying, I don't like all black people look like, you know, the animal, like all black people are animals. That is not what racism is. It's them saying stuff like that and then continuing and going forward with oppression after that. Now you guys probably think I'm speaking nonsense, but why I say it is a myth is because if I were to say white people are animals, it wouldn't affect them that much because the system is still in favor of them. And that is what racism is. It's the system being in favor of one group over the other. The system, not just hearsay. The actual system being in favor of them, putting them up there on the food chain, on the hierarchy structure. They continue to be at the top, right? Now, the difference with me saying I don't like white people versus a white person saying they don't like black people is very different. Now, I I say I don't like a white person, it's not going to take away anything from them. They can simply shrug it off because of their social standing in society, right? Now, if a if a white person says, I don't like black people, why it's a different story is because of the history behind it. And that is what basically links up racism, if you guys get what I'm saying. Now, if a white person says they don't like me because of my skin color, it's different because of the history behind it. Because for many years, white people didn't like us and they were able to oppress us and take away our land, our wealth, and dilute our traditions, our people. It's a domino effect, you know? Now, if I say I don't like a white person, it doesn't matter to them. Obviously, maybe their feelings will be hurt and it will be tragic, but that is not what racism is about, you know? It's the fact that the system is structured in a way that puts them at the top every time. Even after we protest for Black Lives Matter, even after the apartheid regime happened, even after everything, even after us going to complain to our, let's say you get bullied at school or someone is racist towards you at school, you going to report to the principal, that type of thing, right? It doesn't take away anything from them. And we see examples, because I could go today and be like, Principal Mang, this teacher was being racist towards me, and you'll think it does something, but if that teacher is white, nothing is going to happen. You'll think something is happening. They'll be like, no, don't worry about it, we're gonna sort it out. But we see with the whole thing that happened with different schools coming out about racism, that they've been called horrible words by white teachers, and those teachers are still teaching at those schools, you know. But let a black child come with an afro to school, then it's pack your bags and tell your parents to come fetch you. Can you guys see that a white teacher could be racist, like disgustingly racist, but nothing's gonna happen? You'll think that something happens. They'll be like, oh no, we'll like sort it out, and like we're on top of it and we are going to investigate. No, because you'll still the following week pass that teacher who called you the K word, who called you the N word. You still pass in the corridors. South Africa is literally living proof of that. So it's not the same thing. Don't try and equate it. Don't. Basically, when you think of racism, think of oppression. Don't think of racism as just me saying a word, you know? That's why cultural appropriation is so big, because sure, I can iron out my hair and you guys can be like, oh, you're trying to be what? You're trying to be what? The history behind that is that black women, specifically black women, have been denied job opportunities many times because their hair is unprofessional, and that's our natural hair. So we had to iron out our hair, make our hair look straight so that we could fit the Eurocentric standard of beauty, right? Now it's different when a white person does braids. It's different because of the history behind it. Because black women have been called ghetto for braids and they've been called words. But now you guys are taking that culture and now everyone must accept it. You know, that's basically what I feel like is so. That's why cultural appropriation is such a big issue to me. Right? Now, say this again. The reason why black people cannot be racist is because whatever I say to a white person, for example, it can't affect them in any way systematically. Like me saying I don't like white people hair is not going to take anything away from them. It's not like now they're going to be shunned upon. People still think long, straight, silky hair is the standard of perfection and the standard of beauty. So it doesn't take away anything from you. However, when you say you don't like black people's hair, it has for many decades taken away opportunities. I mean, we saw with the Pretoria girls, some girl got kicked out of class for having her natural hair. We still get told in school that our natural hair is untidy and it looks like a mop or it looks dirty, you know? However, if I say I don't like white people, it's not gonna take away anything from you. Let's start there. Racism is also it's also social actions, it's political systems. Like I say, racism, history, system. Think of that. Don't think of racism just as a little word that I say. No. Think of the history behind the things that you're saying. Also, racism also interlinks with power. White people were in power for a very long time, and that's why they were able to oppress us, right? Now, as a black person, I have no power in this system. I don't have the resources, I don't have the time, I don't have nothing to impose like oppressive, how do I explain it, like actions or oppress a white person. It's not possible. It's not possible, you know. However, yo guys, I haven't even had a biscuit. However, white people have been able to oppress us for many years, and that was racism. I don't know, guys. I don't know if you guys are getting me. I just want to say in closing that when you think of racism, right, don't think of it as just a bad statement or a bad word, you know. Think about how that statement or that word has like affected people in history and how it has affected people in the past, specifically black people, right? So don't just think of it as a word of me saying the N word is just the word. Think about how it was interlinked with slavery and how that's how the slave masters used to refer to black people. So you can't say it now because of the history and the hurt that word carries, right? So I wrote down something here. And the time and energy that you privileged people spend on saying, no, but that's racist, no, but that's not racist. Acknowledge your privilege and use it for the best. Let's not go back and forth arguing that, no, you can't be racist, I can be racist, no, no, that's not how it's supposed to work. That's not how it's supposed to go. Acknowledge your privilege. Use it for the best. Acknowledge that I am white, I am privileged. Black people have been oppressed for years and centuries and decades, and they continue to be, you know. Don't now try and flip the script. Why are we flipping the script? You're racist if you're flipping the script, because it means you are victimizing yourself when you have never ever been a victim, ever, you know. So in closing, think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, share, and keep in touch with the tea or coffee today, because I will be posting more. Please tell me in the comment section what other topic you would like me to dissect, or if you guys would just like your weekly news back. Anyways, thank you so much for watching.